see Don in here. I see Don the Dragon Wilson. Okay, so give it up for Don the Dragon Wilson. Do I see Miss Pretty Lady Nafisa Williams? Is she in here yet? Miss Nafisa, if you guys do not know who Nafisa is, okay? She is Anissa Pierce, aka Thunder, from the hit TV series Black Lightning. And last but not least, no introductions. Our newest dragon, we have Mr. Michael Jai White up in the house. Oh, y'all not loud enough. Y'all not being loud. Y'all know I need some more love. Okay, so we are going to get started. I'm going to hand Michael the microphone. So last night, if you missed the ceremony, what happened was we had a group of dragons and the Martial Arts Council who actually handed down the new Black Dragon title to Michael Jai White. And Michael, you gave such an amazing speech with that, and I know that was pretty heavy. I'm good. You know, I got cat-like reflexes, so I'm good. I know that this was like a heavy experience for you, so kind of give us just a tiny bit of insight on, you know, now in retrospect, you know, it's the day after. How do you feel about being given this title?
Well, it means a lot to me because when I was young, I saw the Black Dragon, and I watched that movie as many times as a show. And the fact that our images, I saw the international image of a black man, powerful black man, did martial arts, and it was called the Black Dragon. That inspired me. That planted a seed for myself. And you know, last night is taking a bit of that mantle, but I realized that there's young kids looking at me now. And so it means a lot to me, and as I said last night, a lot more than Hollywood could have given me, because this is from my community. This is about something that I've lived my life in, you know, in honor of. And so, you know, it means a lot to me. So I plan on doing something with that title that will hopefully keep that going.
Kung Fu because Kung Fu's better, but actually, when I moved to Florida, I had a choice. I could either pay for coaching lessons or study Kung Fu free under my brother. Okay. So I studied Kung Fu. Okay. So that's why I'm a Kung Fu black belt.
So again, we're talking about culture. We're talking about injecting ourselves into Hollywood, so Hollywood can open up doors for all nationalities as well as the ladies. You know what? I actually want to talk to you, Nafisa. No, let's bring Nafisa. I do want to talk to you. I want to go back because we are talking about women, and I know that, you know, with Black Lightning being such a huge series, and we're now on season 3. We're in season 3. Because I was watching it here and there, and I was kind of slacking, but let me tell you, I actually binge watched it over the last couple of weeks, and I'm telling you, I was amazed. You know what amazed me was that you guys actually brought in a lot of the storylines, a lot of the situations of like now, and you know, things that you see in the headlines, like how did you come about being involved in this project, and what does that mean to you?
Well, I auditioned for it almost 3 years ago, and when I read the script, I was like, I have to be a part of this. I didn't see a girl who looked like me, who came to the ghetto and saved people with braids and people who looked like me. So I was like, first, I had to do it just off of that so that we can, one, break the barrier, and two, what I really fell in love with the show, what it was is that we are literally mirroring what's happening in our country, and I feel like as artists, it's our duty to use our voice and to hopefully spark change, and that's what Salim and our producers and the creators over at Black Lightning, that's what they have vowed to do, and that was what my favorite thing about the show was that we needed, you know, more of this, and that's what Black Lightning is, and I think that's what people have fallen in love with, that they are seeing themselves, they are seeing what's happening in our country, and hopefully we can, you know, do our job to be a part of that change. I can never say that enough.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, you actually actually mentioned something about sparking change, and actually brought about a conversation that I had with Cynthia last night. And Cynthia, you were like first with girl power and being the lady dragon. So I guess when you kind of came about, there weren't any women. You mentioned that you had to kind of fight like a guy. You had to be as good as they were, and sometimes even better. So give us a little bit of insight of that conversation that we had last night about you being a girl, being a woman, injecting yourself in this career path.
Well, it was a little tough because when I started, I was 13 and I was in a class with all men, and I couldn't see myself shouting. And my second class, someone told me try to break a board, half a board, I broke my toe. and I was just like, I want to quit. And my mom's like, no, I signed you up for 4 months, you have to do it. And then one time I was sitting along and we were getting ready to test for our first strike. And the instructor gave a speech about quitters, that quitters are losers, and if you're not good, it's because you don't practice and you have a bad attitude. And I thought he was like looking right at me because I was like, yeah. So I decided to start practicing, and once I started practicing and getting good, then I was like, oh, okay, I get this, it's my whole attitude. And it was a little tough, coming up then, because when I competed in weapons, I always had to compete against the men. In 1982, I was #1, which was really hard to do because I felt like I couldn't be on that level. I had to be better, being a woman. And I was the first woman on the cover of Karate Illustrated, and the editor really fought for me to be on, and he was told women and minorities don't sell. And I was at after a tournament competition, one of the guy competitors said to me, how'd you get on the cover? Did you sleep with the editor? And I was like, why? Is that how you got on the cover? His mouth open. But you know what? I just accepted it, and I just said, I just looked at I never looked at myself as inferior, always like an equal, and I just trained my butt off really hard, and it's all in the attitude,
It definitely is. Talk about minorities and women not selling. We were talking about Last Dragon. We were talking about the 35th anniversary of Last Dragon. I'm just saying. So back then, Bruce Leroy, it was a process in actually selling that film with a black man as the lead, correct?
Honestly, Barry Gordy is an iconic character,
right.
And it was a very complicated thing because there's the light and dark side of things.
Yeah.
I'll try my best to talk about the light side of things. Being of color in this country is a real test of strength. Because, one of the things about life is that we believe what we're looking at, So because I was so impressed with Bruce Lee as a kid, and gentlemen like him, but obviously Bruce Lee was a philosopher, I took on some of what he was talking about. And then I was a fanatic of Shaolin movies, and it was more of the Buddhist faith. I wasn't necessarily religious, but I was just a fan, just like Michael coming up. We were fans of films. That was the way we got so impressed. And then I studied martial arts. And I'm black and Italian, and I grew up in tough areas of New York, as well as the most mellow areas of Europe, So I had a unique perspective on life, and not to go off on a tangent, but I have a different perspective about color and race, because I look at it that I'm creating everything now, So there's the realities that exist that are out there, and there's what am I doing in here that can change those realities?
Okay.
How can I be perceived different than everyone else? So I never label myself as black or white or anything. I label myself as a human being.
True.
That is here to project itself as a way of being, as a way of love, integrity, dynamic power.
Right.
And when I'm not measuring up to that, then I know I'm not following who I really am. Because if I say that I'm black, then I'm no different than everybody else.
Well, you know what?
So we're talking about Barry Gordy.
Right.
as I said, I'm not going to get into the dark side so much, because it was very dark for me. It was very lot of betrayal going on, you know. So I was a very innocent guy as far as the business is concerned, as far as I didn't know anything about the entertainment business. But I wasn't innocent as a human being because I grew up, you know, that way. But as far as the nuances of being a shark, I had no idea. So the movie was, and again, the reality is, you know, they didn't give these type of roles to people like me. And they didn't want to take chances in the tribalism of America. So they only showed it to black audiences, and they only marketed it to the black audiences. And the black audiences ate it up. And then the movie went to #2 in the country and fell out. You know? Now, Barry Williams told me why he thought it happened, but I found out from other people why that really happened. It wasn't necessarily the producers, the bigwigs in the studio.
But eventually it did break the barriers, is what you're saying. Eventually it did break the barriers.
It's complicated,
Yeah.
you know? Because we always want to point the finger out there, you know? So, long story short, the movie became a big hit also on TV, and that's where all the other races fell in love with, you know?
Well, I do want to touch on that, but I also want to touch on that with Hammer, okay? Hammer started this off. Now, one thing you said is that you don't see yourself as being black or any color. However, Hollywood does see you as being black. It doesn't matter how light or dark you are. This is the reason why Urban Action Showcase exists, because we want to shine a light on those performers and actors and actresses, especially in the stunt arena, who are of color, who are of a different nationality, who are non-Caucasian, non-white. Not that there's any problem with that, it's just that we want our shine as well. And I know Hammer, you came in, yes, give it up for Hammer. You created your own lane.
All of what you say is partially caca. To understand me, you have to understand my journey. I came along in the 50s and the 60s when it was not popular to be black. The only thing bothered me about being black was watching things that depicted so-called black society, watching Amos and Andy, watching the Bueller Show. Those shows pissed me off because I never knew any family who acted like that. So I decided that whatever I was going to do was going to be against the system. I went to Northwestern University. I was the first black athlete signed to a scholarship at Northwestern. I went there really to raise hell and to create problems. And I did that. When I came out of Northwestern with an architecture and engineering degree, I was #2 draft choice for the 49ers coming out of there. So I started my pro football career with animosity to show you that I can hit you a whole lot harder than any white person could ever hit you in the head. That's how I got the name The Hammer. Now, I don't give a damn about Hollywood letting me get a job. I don't care. Success in this business is to understand the business of the business. The only reason that my movie started to do well was because I was showing them that you don't have to make a $90 million movie to be a success. Because when my movie started playing on 42nd Street, under $1 million, we had lines around the block. Other theaters playing the big so-called white movies weren't making any money. So we were pissing them off. That's why they let us into the market, because they realized all of a sudden that they had been missing a market. They had not given blacks or Mexicans or Latinos anything that they wanted to see. Tom Cruise can't be my hero. planes he can hang on that take off. Yes. We wanted our own people. But they understood that. They understood that it was a monetary thing. It was about money. It was about bringing more people to the box office. So they started putting blacks into the film to create that little money market that they had been missing. But I took advantage of it because I didn't give them my films. I went to Europe. I went to Cannes in 1972 to learn how to market my films, how to sell. I sit on the patio of the Carlton Terrace. I gave the maitre d' $50 every day to save the table for me in the middle of the patio. So everybody walked out and saw me with my posters out there. I didn't make the film yet, just posters of things I was going to do. I picked 5 girls, give them t-shirts, wet t-shirts, running around with big rooms, right? Handing out posters, right? I'm selling films. First guy come to me was from Greece. He said, I like your films, and we're going to buy your films. Here's your standard fee, $5,000. I said, what do you mean $5,000? Every black film, or every so-called film that had a black actor in it was $5,000. And I said, are you crazy? There's no way you're going to buy my film for $5,000. So I turned everybody down. Last day, third week, last day, they line up. Okay, what do you want for this movie? I have $25,000 for this country, $15,000 for that country. That's how I sell my films, country by country, because I know the market, I know what they expect, and I know the kind of money that they will pay. It's a business. It's a business. Black ain't nothing but a color, people. It's a business. If you show them that they need you, you will be a success. If you want to stand in line and wait for them to discover you, it ain't happening. And if it is happening, there's no longevity. There's no longevity. It's one and done.
So here, so it's safe to say that you basically took the model that Hollywood was already using when it comes to African Americans or culturally diverse people being a moneymaker and used it to your advantage. Is that correct?
I've been doing it all my life.
Okay.
Because my color ain't changing. Color ain't changing. I love being black. What can I do to get so much attention doing nothing?
So Michael actually agrees with you. Tell us your thoughts.
Well, absolutely, I agree with him. I did the same exact thing because he did it. And then actually, Wesley Snipes gave me a good piece of advice as well. Prior to that, I had known about Hammer doing movies. He had deals in Italy. He was there because with martial arts, I trained. I would train in China, go all around. And anytime I go somewhere in any country, I go to their video store and I see what they had, what of our stuff they had, and I would see that they would have his movies that I didn't even know about. I read up on what Fred was doing. Fred is basically one of my biggest heroes because from the first time I saw his image, that was one of the images that I said I want to look like that. I want to be like that. The charisma that this man has, the confidence. That speaks to me. That's something that that's a hero to me. That's something that I can connect to. And so anything he did rang strong for me. So whenever I do movies, I've done a lot of movies that people don't know about in China, and Bulgaria, Romania, all that stuff. And that's largely because of Fred. And see, he taught me to build my global market. And that's what I've done. And then I'm not asking for a job, I'm creating my own. Exactly. Because then, just like Fred, Fred was the only one of his era continues. I'm not gonna say it's over.
No, hell no.
Hey, put it this way. Should I let them know what's happening Monday?
I got a new one coming out now called VFW.
Veterans of Foreign Wars, and I'm
VFW,
off to
Veterans of Foreign
Spain
Wars.
to do another Western next month. Hello.
I mean, I did Undisputed. I go to China, I see me and Scott Atkins on the cover, or me and it was called Negroes of the Iron House. Yeah. It was Negroes of the Iron House 1, 2, and 3. It was with Wesley Snipes, and the first one was Wesley Snipes and Jay Rand. Negroes of the Iron House. You think they ever, got a check for Undisputed? So I mean, it's a business and it's worldwide, and now the world has gotten a lot smaller. You can sell your product. You gotta know what your worth is. Our culture is the most emulated culture on this planet. I will go to China, I'll go to Thailand, I will channel surf, and I will see rapping. He played my brother. But we go to clubs, right? And they are acting like they're from the hood. But Romania is poor. And so they make it rain with napkins. I kid you not, I got it on my phone. People are, yeah! Like they emulate a culture like you would not believe. Every culture every city I've gone to, you cannot tell me our culture does not sell. That's ridiculous.
True indeed. Now hold up, we have just a few moments for a couple of audience questions. Do you have any questions? You guys have no questions? You guys are kidding me? I'm serious. Man, you have to come down here or talk real loud.
Talk real loud.
I'm a writer, and my question is, one, how do you write a fight scene that's impactful to your audience? So my audience, or my story is about a young woman trying to find herself in the punk era, and so she's, as a woman, in a fight scene in that era, in the 70s. How would I be able to best impact my audience with a lot of violence? So
The best fight scenes have a story in it and character within it. So write about that. Ali Frazier is interesting because of the personalities. It's the drama that's within the fight.
Like Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee, there's a story right in there, even technical story. Like he looks at his feet and he looks at his eyes, and it's not just punch, kick. If you just say 3 punches and then 2 kicks and the fight scene's over. No, it's got to have a story. Like one has an objective, one person, what they want to damage. The other has an objective, and so it's not that easy writing fight scenes. Not if you're going to do it right, where it's going to be memorable and it's going to really stand out. So your character, I don't know what the background is, but is she physically fit? Can she use weapons, or not weapons, but like a lamp or an ashtray or whatever? You can make it very interesting that way. Jack Chan's probably the king of that. He'll go, watch out when he fights in a restaurant, because I didn't realize everything's right in a restaurant. The plates, everything, forks, knives. So anyway, that's incorporate the environment they're in and their personalities, and then try to put, like Mark said, a story within the fight.
Okay, so we got one more.
I just want to say one thing. I've done like over 60 movies, and they have never had the action written out exactly how we shot it. So sometimes just worry about like they said, the story behind it, and you not being a martial artist, you hire a good choreographer, and he will put the action to your words.
Give it up, Cynthia. All right, one more really quick question. What's your question, sir?
Yes. I had a question about breaking into the movie scene when you're past the 18-year-old-ish, 20-year-old-ish type of age. Because right now I'm currently a voiceover actor, and we're going to be voicing over Rise of the Last Dragon, starting right here after the show, The Last Dragon. I grew up watching you guys. I love you and Tyson, Mr. White. Adios, amigos. all of that, everything. I grew up watching you guys, but I'm in my 40s now. What kind of advice?
Well, I'm in my 50s, and he's 80. How old is he, sir? 22?
My left,
What do you say about us? What does that mean about us?
my left.
Listen to what this gentleman was saying. It's like, don't cater to your insecurities. You gotta come with that power, baby.
Exactly.
That's right.
Show up.
All right, guys. One more quick comment from Don.
I did a TV show, it was me, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Chuck Norris. And so we're doing this show, it's at the Arnold Classic, and we're announcing the first martial art event there for the television, for ESPN, I guess. And I started complaining a little bit about it when I came to Hollywood. They said there's no place in Hollywood for a 6-foot-tall Asian with a southern accent.
Wow.
And Chuck said, yeah, but they said I was too old, couldn't act, and all that. And then Arnold looked at us and he says, you guys can speak English. And then I shut right up, because you know what? Imagine this, you want to get your start, but you're starting in a country like Romania, or like, you don't even speak the language. How are you going to become, at that time, he was the #1 highest paid actor in the world. He had just finished Terminator 2 and made $15 million. And he couldn't speak English when he came here. So none of us have any excuse. Not age, not, if you couldn't speak English, that's still not an excuse.
No excuses.
Can I finish?
You have 2 seconds.
Look, at this point, everybody knows all this. We're living in the age of the internet. There's a technical, which gentleman over here, Michael, spoke about, the technical business, and then there's the spiritual. You have to project your spirit. I'm not going to copy the master here, Fred. I'm not going to copy Michael. I got to find my spirit and project that. So you have to look within yourself and then learn all the business that's the technical bit.
Controversy always sell. Kick down the goddamn door and say, oops.